Alright, fucked faces, welcome back. And notice I said fucked faces rather than fuck faces, as you're probably in the process of getting fucked over by life, and your face is at the forefront of that fucking. Anyways, completely nonsensical intro aside, today it's not really a new series per se that I'm starting, because it's art, it's my art practice, they don't really exist in series, but I guess the organization of this fucking channel is getting a bit more tumultuous as time goes on. But no, I'm part of Broken Draw's Discord, so he's doing weekly challenges now as per the request of someone else. So they're having challenges, and the challenge for this week is to draw a giant, essentially a large scale stacking and queuing, right? So imagine you have a bunch of boxes everywhere, stacked and queued. It's all going towards horizon line, all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And just to piss everybody off, I'm gonna try doing it in a way that's even harder than what he showcased, because I'm gonna add cylinders and try connecting it as well, right? So yeah, that should be fun, and this is gonna be very grinding and grueling on the brain, which I'm excited for, right? But yeah, like, subscribe, or keep me on in the background, preferably all three, but I don't care which. I'm trying to fucking recall the shit I say when it comes to begging for likes and subscribes. But yeah, draw along. Main thing, draw along, right? Keep me on in the background. Not because I want your retention and to improve my watch hours or anything like that, and to hopefully bring my audience to the algorithm, but so you yourself can improve alongside me, right? And most likely it will be subpar compared to my improvement, because you'll probably be daddling and doodling and not focusing. Well, I'll be actually doing real work, right? Because I'm a man, I hold a pen, which has a fine tip, but okay. And fucking retarded ass intro. But otherwise, let's get to it. Let's get to it, to it. Do it, to it? What is that fucking goofy movie shit that they say, right? That was good. Let's get to it, to it. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, draw along. Stop wasting your time just listening or watching me. Actually draw along, right? My consistency, fucking lisp. My consistency should inspire you to take action. Because if I can do it, you can do it, right? Number 1 and 2. Anyways, what the fuck? Let's just get to this. Holy shit. Okay, so horizon line, let's establish here, right? The scale is the entire page. Do I want it to be a curved horizon line? I mean, I can just make it, I guess, straight for the time being, right? It's already difficult as it is to do this, so I should have checked. Are they all going towards the same vanishing point? I assume so. The entire page, so I guess we can have one vanishing point here and one vanishing point there. Well, I guess it all starts, and maybe I should have one vanishing point up here and one down there, make it a bit of a 4-point perspective. So in that case, we could have something like, we don't want it to be too drastic just yet, but we could have something like, this is good. I can really focus on line quality as well, hopefully. But again, if the horizon line's down there, then I could do something like, yeah, why don't we just make the center this right there, the vanishing point. Oh, not the vanishing point. Yeah, it is the vanishing point, yeah. So this way I can really focus on just the horizon line right here. Right? This is how we get started. Right there. So again, we're trying to build intuition. Right? But you don't build intuition through half-assed measures. You build intuition through measures, actually, right? Objectively, at least the way I see it, is intuition is built through measures, and then only afterwards is the intuition coming into play, in the sense of, okay, well, I've done all that effort, that cognitive effort when it comes to measuring, so now it may be time to not, right? That's the way I see it. Again, there's gonna be a lot of errors. There's gonna be a lot of errors within this. But right now I'm just establishing my planes. Right? Just trying to establish the planes in reference to the horizon, of course. And this can have a little bit more of a dramatic axis. This can take some this can take some time, so I guess there'll be a few episodes of this before I move on to my reference drawing. Right? So, and technically I wanted to make this part of my warm-up series, but I thought it would be a good way to actually quote unquote give back to the community, in the sense that this way I can actually sort of highlight the Broken Draw community, right? Because this is from the Discord. So yeah, join his Discord if you want to be part of challenges like this. It's funny enough way more fucking active than the ArtWad subreddit or the ArtWad Discord, in the sense of discourse, right? Because I think, because I don't know, ArtWad's like a program. Maybe people don't just communicate as much. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talking happening, right? There is a lot of people who enjoy, or like who do talk about shit, but it's not the same. I think maybe just because Tyrion's built a very, I guess, passionate community. It's the best way to explain it. Right? He's definitely built a bit of a passionate community, so yeah, see, so this is already very difficult as it is, but hopefully you can see that I'm establishing a curvilinear perspective of sorts, right? Which is the goal, right? It's not gonna be perfect. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm kind of just trying to establish the overall scene right now. It's definitely not gonna be perfect. But again, horizon line here, vanishing point there, roughly. See, things are roughly leading to that vanishing point. That is the whole point, after all. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm drawing all these planes and boxes around here to reinforce that in my mind. It's very difficult because I have to constantly think about that, and I have 2 other points over here and 2 other points over here to think about, right? So this is a great way to train your perspective, I would like to believe. But we'll see how it goes. I might have to do some overdrawings and all that shit. Right. Okay. So this is, I guess, the first step, which is, and this is very, very uncomfortable and very new to me, which is I'm setting a grand scale and I'm putting things in different places to establish that scale, right? Which I've never done, not to this level. So, and again, there's a lot of different things I'm trying to think about as well. So again, it's right here, roughly, if everything's sort of going towards that end. It's really not about being perfect at all. Because if it was, then I'd have my face just plastered across the entire page, and that would be the end of that. But alas, nobody can match my perfection. This sounds like some shit Sel would say. Oh, I'm perfect. Oh, I'm perfecting everywhere. Okay, let me take a break. Rest my brain. I know it seems like I haven't done much, but I'm setting the stage, as they say. So, yes, continue to draw along while I rest my brain. Enjoy the background music. Yeah, I think it's like maybe it's a good thing that my voice is monotonous as shit, right? If I'm rebranding, if I'm doing a live rebranding of a channel that's is essentially like an ASMR channel, I guess. Right? Maybe it ain't too bad of a thing to hold up, because this is where my horizon line is. So I'm just gonna. This is curvilinear perspective. So let's wait. Gotta think about this. Like right there. Something like that, right? It's important to think about the diversity, DEI of the boxes, right? For without any inclusion, is there really equity in the workforce, especially amongst these poor, hapless little boxes? Right? Look at this stout little box. He's so alone. We need to give him a partner. Eh. Okay, well, let's do. Yeah, I think slowly the lines are getting a bit better, but damn, you see, it's funny. Like the more I add, it's supposed to be clearing things up, but it's just, all I need to keep in my mind really is just vanishing point, roughly. Yeah, like roughly right there. Even though I've already kind of fucked it up a bit, like roughly in this region, horizon line. So and the thing is, what Tyrion did is like it's queuing. Like you have a bunch of things going towards it, right? So this is again very new, very difficult for me. I've never done it before. But if I establish just some baseline boxes right now, it should be better technically, right? So right now, this is where it is. Then I could do something like this. Right? And maybe there's still a little bit of that curvilinearness. Okay, this is way more straight. Maybe that helps to establish it, right? Same thing, maybe something. Now I know that the goal is not perfection, so I'm okay with all these minor errors that I'm making, because it's going to help in the long run. Because again, this is the middle point. Like the middle is where the well, I guess this could have been a bit more curved, but it's where the last vanishing point is. Then, or like the bottom vanishing point is. Right? This is curved because we're trying to. But now, see, now this is gonna follow that. And we're gonna have a little bit of. There you go. I want to get better at explaining, of course, but right now there's a lot of different things at play, especially since there's a lot of stacking and queuing that we have to keep in mind. Even something as simple as and I want to have, let's see. So this is where intuition can come and play a little bit, because of the fact that I'm creating more wireframes almost, right? Perspective guidelines for what's about to happen. Now, This is the fun part. I'm gonna make things a bit more difficult for myself because we got it like that, and then this is the plane, so we could do something like that. And now again, yeah, this is wrong. That line is way too long. But this is how we practice, right? This is how we try to keep things legitimate, even if they have mistakes. Just connections, connections upon connections. See, I could do something like, okay, so clear the voice. But I could do something like this, which is okay. I mean, I think I made that way too harsh, but yeah, if I just followed that, and think about horizon line. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this all in one sitting, but just something simple like this. Probably an error, right? Because that is bound to happen, but it's something. And again, I knew this was gonna be very difficult, like adding cylinders and shit. Especially because I'm making it bent cylinders while I'm trying to think about the fucking horizon line. But even, let's see. Let's see. Okay, so if this is... then we're going kind of like that, then back, and then like this. So and this is like that. That's very wrong, but you see how I'm learning, right? I'm trying to see. That's so wrong. That's so incredibly shit. But that's the best part, is I can think like, what did I do wrong here? Up here, down here, right? So this should have been more. This shouldn't have had this intense of a curve. Same with like that. That's because this is going the wrong way. It should have been like that, maybe. And then it would have come down. And it's okay. I'm okay with drawing over and all that stuff. These mistakes are gonna happen. I'm just trying to figure out why they're happening, right? If we don't challenge ourselves, we'll never learn. No, literally, we'll never learn. So again, this is gonna be all errors, which is completely fine, because now I got to think. Okay, so if this is the plane that's being made, again similar to that, it's like this, but now it's following this. Gonna go up there, and then we're gonna follow the perspective we've established. See, that's a bit better. Not perfect, but it's a bit better. Right? And again, it's when you get rid of expectations that it starts to look okay. Because when I went into this, I did want it to be some amazing, perfect fucking connection of lines and all that stuff, right? But that's not how it works when you actually put it into practice, of course. And it shouldn't be how it works. Because then what are you learning? You're not learning anything. What I'm learning right now is I need to see the grid. I need to see the grid a lot more than I do. I need to acknowledge the differences in the grid and how it sort of warps the perspective of different things, right? Boxes versus bent cylinders, which is a step up from just doing a normal cylinder in this perspective, right? Lots of things. And again, at the same time, it's all going towards this relative horizon line vanishing point that I've established here. I've got to keep that in mind. Never gonna be perfect, which is fine. Because again, we're trying to create a believable scenario. Not a perfect scenario, but a believable one. That's the type of shit I tell myself to cope at night. It's not supposed to be perfect. Oh, I'm just doing my best. Hashtag positivity. But hashtag positivity can only take you so far. You gotta be hashtag better than God himself. Okay, now we can try another cylinder here. You know, there's a huge part of me that wishes I didn't draw over this. But at the same time, you have to live with that, right? Like, again, this has a lot of mistakes, and I still have a lot to learn before I can save anyone. Avatar intro reference. It's been stuck in my head because I just recently rewatched it. But this is great because there's a lot to think about. Okay? Right. It's true. Once you start seeing it in your head, it becomes a lot more clear. At least clearer. Right? Now that isn't so bad. That is not so bad. I made a concentrated effort to not fuck it up. Which is incredible. When you try not to fuck it up, you tend not to fuck it up. I don't know who came up with that genius, but it's been quite the man. And it had to have been a man. Because only men autistically draw boxes and cylinders. Women just do it intuitively. You see how I saved myself from allegations? When in doubt, just speak positively even if you don't believe it. And I definitely didn't believe what I just said. Ta-da! There you go. Okay, so again. Oh, that's a mistake. We're gonna have to live with it. See? There you go. And we could even do something where we have cylinders here. Is that correct? Kind of, maybe? It's a lot to think about. Okay, I wanted to, I guess, end there, right? Oof, this is good. And I know by the end of it, it will... I might honestly just stick to this type of challenge in terms of this, and in terms of just building my spatial reasoning, because this is really good. I get to think about many different points of perspective while I kind of play around with. See, I got to think about something here, which is okay. It's going like that, and then it's going up. Right, and now this is off, obviously. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. That song's also stuck in my head. I can't stop it's spinning? I don't fucking know, whatever. But, okay, I think I messed up something here with the perspective, so we can readjust. Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. God damn it, woman, give me some of that tobacco. Yeah. I actually had a dream I was fiending for nicotine. It was hilarious. The fucking entire dream of just being a crack fiend. Anyways, I think I haven't taken a break in a very long time. Yeah, 26 minutes thus far, so it's been like 10 minutes. I'm gonna rest my brain. Please continue drawing. Or actually, I would encourage you to rest your brain alongside of me, because it's important for neuroscience purposes. All right, let's keep going. This is actually getting more and more fun. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I fucking love this shit. We're about to do something crazy. So let's actually make this a bit longer, right? And yeah, I'm so glad I made these mistakes, because it's really helped me to reinforce what it is that I need to do. So roughly right around there. So to be able to see the grid. Okay, maybe I should do something here first, and I really want to. Okay, make that. Right, this can really establish the perspective depending on how I go about it. I want to sort of something like that. This is very difficult. So yeah, see, that was inaccurate, but that's what I was trying to do, is make like an, again, per the perspective, right, which is very difficult. But per the perspective, sort of create a pipe that was bending and twisting. But that's such a good fucking way to train yourself too, though. It's such an incredible way to train yourself, because now not only do I have 4 vanishing points to consider, I have a slew, an onslaught of other things to think about as well, which which is fucking incredible. Like, this is so good. See, I can do the same thing here as well. This is completely flat, right? So I can do something like this is big, but I want it to connect maybe here. So what how would that even look? First of all, we have to think, how would that even look, right? So it could have to be a bit bent. And this would be flat. Roughly, right? Maybe it wouldn't be as flat. Maybe it would be so I want to think in terms of okay, and then what? See, and there's also because this is going forward, right? So I have to think about that. Now this is way too strong of a curve, or way too harsh. So we have to. And then it's coming. That's where it is. This should actually have been way more, way higher up, right? Should have been something like this. Something like that. Same this, like I don't know why I made this such a harsh curve when it should have been more like that. Right. Bent cylinders have more soft curves. But I guess that's what happens when you think about the perspective a lot, right? Like things are getting a bit muddied. That's not a good line either. That's okay. Because I've trained myself to feel good when I make errors. Despite the clusterfuck that is this. Right? But that's how you practice. You know, at the end of the day, that's how we train ourselves to just enjoy doing it. Without these mistakes I've been making, it wouldn't really be a fun process, would it? It would just be a process. Okay. Yeah, it's right there. Interesting. It's getting a bit fucked up, but where would this be? This is like right here. It feels like this line determines a lot. So I'm trying to think, because that's where the horizon line is, that's where the vanishing point roughly is, right? I've decided to put one there. Yeah, okay. But yeah, see, just trying to bend a cylinder in this very warped curvilinear perspective. Insanely difficult. Insanely fucking difficult. So let's start adding more boxes to establish what's going on here. Right. Now these should have all, because it's like I've made a really warped vanishing point. So I put one here, and then I put one like roughly here, and then I put another one here. So even that maybe the horizon line is curving, which is another fucky thing that I'm just gonna have to adapt to because I didn't realize I made that mistake, right? Because look at where it's going here, right? But this one's going down here somewhere. But so this might be more like this as a horizon line, because this is relatively straight, and this is where my vanishing point I made is, right? Which is cool. That means there's a lot of adaptation that can be done, right? As humans, as humans, we adapt. What the fuck? Why'd I turn into a troll? Lord of the Rings is truly taken hold of my mind. There you go. Let's have one in the center, like so. So that's what's going to establish things a bit better as well. Now, where is this box going? It's going here. Yeah. It's literally going right there, so it's going down. Yep, there you go. That's good. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. Well, not in terms of perfection, but you know, it's in terms of what I want to do. Again, I want to add another. Okay, let's think about the perspective again. In my mind, I'm literally forcing myself to see every single fucking grid line possible, which may sound impossible, but I want this to be a little bit bigger. I'm trying to think. There you go. I don't know if that's correct. I think maybe the curve here could have been a bit smoother, right? But still trying to figure things out. And again, I'm like literally trying to zoom out while I do this too, which is insanely difficult. Insanely difficult. Good to have smaller boxes as well, for my own practice's sake. Right? Don't want to just rely on creating big boxes. But yeah, and obviously I want to make my lines decent. Okay, so I can have just a normal non-bent cylinder for once. Can do that with a few of them, right? Just have normal non-bent cylinders. Just trying to add boxes and shit. Now this one can also be a bit small. Okay, so this is literally, there you go. Almost lost that one there. That would have been bad. But we can actually do another fucky thing here, which is hopefully add a cylinder. Right. It's way too sharp of an angle I keep doing, because I'm obviously thinking about a fucking million things at once. And it's turning out to be very awkward. And now I'm overshooting with the lines and defining things that don't need to be defined. Yeah, it's okay. These things happen. I just need to be more decisive with my lines before I put them down. Otherwise it becomes jumbled up like you see now, right? So that's fine. I think this, hopefully this box, I mean, this is fucked. This line did not meet the requirements for the perspective. But that's okay. We're almost at 40 minutes. So perhaps it's time to continue adding boxes, as always. But yeah, you definitely see where the lines are messy, where they're not messy, which is good. This does a lot to teach you about what you're capable of. and which you still have to work on, right? And there you go. So I'm really happy for all of this, like what I've been doing right now, to be honest, just because it's a great teaching experience. You know, it's showing me a lot of my weaknesses. So clearly, I don't really know how to. I don't really know. Fucking retarded. I cannot speak. But but I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Yeah, whatever. It's just teaching me to keep the perspective mind at all times, right? Which is difficult. Very, very, very difficult. Right? And it's like, okay, how do we get closer without fucking with the perspective? Right, is that accurate? Who knows? Right? Who knows? Obviously, I had to draw over, which was a mistake. That's fine. These mistakes happen. Right? Keep reassuring yourself, even if you feel like absolute dog shit. It's okay. Just you have to talk to yourself like you're a retarded little child. Oh, you made a mistake. It's no problem. It's okay. So the more you treat yourself like a retard, the more you become one. And that way you can enjoy the artistic process. Something like that. I had to do that to save the perspective. But it's not very clear. Right? But yeah. Probably shouldn't have done that. Well, may as well pretend like it's a shadow then. At this point, it's the point right here somewhere, right? So I can literally just do something like this. This actually ended up becoming very different than what Tyrion had initially planned for his stacking and queuing, so I'll probably do another version of this to make up for it, because Lord, if I know this ain't perfect. But that's not the point, right? It's not perfection. You see how I caught myself and immediately went to coddling retard mode? That's how we do, boys and girls. That's how we do. When in doubt, treat yourself like a child. Who doesn't know any better? Because you really don't. You most likely don't. Okay, so if I want to make it like this, then this should go further down. There you go. And again, this is where I've really established my fucking point at this point, I guess. So, ta-da! Okay, I have a lot of shit on the right side. Clearly, I need to add a lot of shit on the left side, because that's actually what's been missing. Yeah, this is insanely difficult, so do not feel discouraged. Much like myself, because I never get discouraged. if you feel like this is, not going your way or whatever, because it most likely will never go your way, and you should just accept that. Right? Connecting it is also very difficult, but just gotta keep trying. See, that wasn't so bad, although I think this curve could have been a bit more pronounced, but it's okay. Again, this has to be a bit more pronounced here, right? biggest thing is I don't want to lose the perspective, which hopefully, overall, it's been established decently, right? Again, I thought I'd be so much better at this, but this is actually an incredible practice, to be honest, for maintaining a giant perspective, because you have to think about so many different things and how they work within each other, right? Because I have to keep in mind every single little perspective that's happening. And of course, I'm a little dickhead, so I'm obviously gonna try to put a little pipe in there for no reason whatsoever apart from my own pain. Which may or may not be accurate, right? Which is also part of it. Yeah, if you really want to try like make this even more difficult, add pipes, add a shit ton of pipes. My biggest thing right now is I haven't committed to some lines, right? Like you'll see there's a lot of little drawing overs and all that shit. So what does that mean? Either I commit or I take some more time thinking, right? Because what I want to do, I want to actually make sure it all makes sense, as we all do, right? Like this, I think I don't have to commit as much because it's kind of already there for me, right? Hopefully. And I think I'm thinking, right? I genuinely do think I'm making an effort to think, but who knows if I actually am. I don't even think if this makes sense spatially, actually. Yeah, like I don't think this should have been twisted and put back, which is a mistake now that I'll have to live with. And it's because I chose the easy way out, right? But we can fix that. I want to do more on the right side, but we should honestly get the left side going. So let's do it again. Okay, so this is the plane. And what does that look like? Something like that. Maybe that's a bit better. Because bending boxes and cylinders is already pretty difficult, right? But now you gotta make sure that it's accurate in a very skewed perspective. Wait, hold up. What did I do here? Cool. Yeah, very, very difficult. I'm gonna rest my brain again. But honestly, great exercise. Because I think this exercise that Tyrion's come up with, right, which is just do a relatively curvilinear perspective, right, stack and cube boxes. I took it to the next level and added cylinders to twist and turn around. It really showcases your current level of perspective understanding, which is great because it forces you to get even better, which is what we all want, right? Like this is a huge mistake because look, this is technically a bit further behind, right? So I should have turned a little bit, but it's not. So now this is actually fucking with the eye. I think in terms of improving my fucking my voice cracked, bro. I don't know why it's getting so bad. I think in terms of improving my spatial reasoning, this is a great way to do it. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. And now I'm going to do something, hopefully, that will work out, which is... And again, it's not just my spatial reasoning I have to think about, I also have to think about the lines that I put down and how to make them clean, right? And there's so much to think about right now, just in terms of something like that. Let's see if that works. And I know lines are very shoddy, very broken up, because I'm literally thinking about it as I'm going, right? So that doesn't induce much confidence, but the best part is this is an error that my brain will remember, right? This is all mistakes that I will willfully acknowledge in order for my brain to learn from them, which is the most important part. So right there, so... Oh, that line was a mistake, but we can pretend like it wasn't. Same thing, maybe we can try something here. Again, great spatial reasoning practice. Amazing spatial reasoning practice. And again, like, it really makes my lines stand out in terms of how shoddy they are at the moment, right? You see, like, that's so difficult. And of course, my lines, as always, I'll say it again, need to be a lot cleaner, but it is getting slightly better, I think. Slightly. Slightly. But, okay. Then it's the vanishing points right there, so we just gotta... that was a bit too much. There you go. Something like that. Right? Establishing perspective consistently is very important. That's why we can just make this a bit smaller. Because we're also trying to ensure that scale exists. Right? Scale is extremely important. Because let's see, this is further above and back. So what can we do to showcase scale here? Make this really big and that really small there. So what can we do? Something like... And I'm sort of learning this as I go, of course. Right, but... this is further back, so what I would need to do is something like... there you go. Something like that, and then... I mean... I don't know if this makes much sense, but No, it doesn't. I messed it up somewhere, which is fine. Yeah, that's okay. I messed it up somewhere, and that's completely fine. It was probably around here where I didn't visualize it as well as I should have. And that's okay. Because that is where we learn. Cool. See? Not about perfection, but about understanding. I slightly understand it better. Right? And I'm doing an attempt, I'm making an attempt to understand it better as well, right? Slow, consistent progress is better than no progress. Which is the most obvious fucking thing in the world. Why did I pretend like I said something so deep? Slow, consistent progress is better than fast, inconsistent progress. Which technically isn't even fast, then that's just inconsistent progress. Wise words from Vagu. But, okay. I keep adding shit to the left, but it's, I know, I gotta continue onwards with, oh, sorry, to the right. But I gotta continue onwards to the left. So let's do another one here. It's a great exercise because now I'm getting better at just seeing this. This is pretty established. This is pretty established. These are relatively established as well, right? Which in the beginning was really difficult, but this is why I sort of set the stage, you know? And again, like this is closer, this is further, so something like that, and then that was too soon. But this doesn't make any sense, this bent cylinder that I made, because it's too small. Right, and this is also a mistake, which we can just again pretend it's a shadow. It's a shadow. Floop is a madman, help us, save us. That's what I think when I speak in that tone. Floop is a madman, help us, save us. Anybody? Spy Kids? Nobody. That's a mistake. Again, I tried, I failed, I learned. But think about it. This is my first attempt at doing something like this. So this is my first attempt. This is the worst it's gonna be, right? So there's nowhere to go but up. Unless you're really shit. Then you might as well kill yourself. But until that fateful moment where the rope hangs mighty high, fear not, young buckaroony, for there still is light in the absence of darkness. I think. That doesn't make any sense. It's okay, shut up. That's still very awkward. It's because the initial ellipse that I made was very awkward. Awkward. Why do I talk like that? I don't know. Still need to work on holding my pen a bit lighter. Right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely chose the much harder variation of this, which is good, right? Slowly but surely, I'll reduce the amount of mistakes I make, whether it be in how I hold my... What the fuck? It's already been an hour. What the actual hell? Yeah, whether it be in how I hold my pen, how I make these lines, right? How I visualize these things. I definitely need to think a bit harder in that sense, I'd like to believe, right? Because, let's see. There's no way... because I want it to be like right around there. Right. Something like that. It's a bit off, as with anything that I do. Always a bit off, but that's not bad. Yeah, that's definitely a bit off. That's okay. Of course, to again set scale, everything should hopefully be bigger. I think I'm actually gonna keep doing this exercise. This is a great exercise to hone perspective, to be honest, because you got to think about scale, you got to think about the perspective, the different vanishing points, especially if you want it to be a skewed 4-point perspective, and you got to think about how the bent cylinders operate in this space. All extremely difficult, actually. So, good, let's do it. Right, and again, like there's a bit of scale here as well. So I'm trying to think. Right, so it's maybe something like this. Right, not perfect, but it has to be more like that, yeah. And going down inwards like this. It's very difficult to do bent cylinders in this sort of perspective. Right, if it was just normal cylinders, I actually would have had a very easy time. I specifically made it bent because I knew I'd get bent out of shape. Oh, God, my back's gonna pull from that one. Okay. Also, wrong, right? So, good. I'm gonna put this in the Discord after I'm done this, my second session later today. Oof, bro, that's a fucking brain turn. I'm gonna rest my brain and I'm gonna really try. Again, this is great. I fucking love this exercise. I think this is the exercise to really improve perspective. Yeah. What? This is fucking amazing. Let me rest my brain now. I would like to encourage you all to also rest your brain as well, because I'm sure you've been working just as hard as I have, and you have been just as hard as I have as well. But yeah, on another note, my channel has objectively gone to shit, and I'm giving up. I went from 519 subs to 5 fucking 17 subs. 2 pieces of shit unsubscribed. I don't know what made them do something so rash, so unfounded since the beginning of time. But I guess they just didn't have the brain cells to understand the god tier channel they were about to be a part of. Oh yeah, and my views have dwindled drastically. But I guess that's just what it is, right? To those who are still listening or watching, I truly appreciate you. I would have unappreciated you once I got bigger, but now that there's no chance at all of myself reaching any sort of YouTube success, I am back to reappreciating you. So thank you so much for all your support. Truly means a lot. I mean, to be honest, I actually know, like, I'm pretty sure I have quote unquote OGs at this point, right? People who've been watching me since the beginning. So for that, I can only be appreciative. It's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Having people, this is such a fucking retarded cylinder. That is so fucking shit. Holy shit. I should have just bent it. I don't know why I even added that. There you go. That's better. In fact, I'm gonna make this a bit longer. But yeah, like, my channel is definitely not popping off at all, as they say, right there. And I think this is the end of my success. I'm gonna keep uploading, obviously, and I get it. There's different things that people enjoy and want to watch, but why can't it be mine? Why can't it be my content? I will not change anything. I will not adapt to the times, and I deserve all the success. Fucking idiots! Don't you see? It's the only logical path. Okay. Yeah. We should probably make an intermediary box right here to. Yeah, to sort of bridge the gap in the perspective, just like I did on the right. But it's not bad. I'm actually very okay with this. Oh yeah, but regarding my channel's failures, it's just something I have to live with, I guess. Ooh, this is gonna be very difficult. So let's do this, right? Because it's gonna first go like so, right? And then we're gonna go a little bit twisted up. And we're gonna go really twisted up. Like that, I guess. Does that work? I don't know. That looks very off. Tried going with this perspective, then going with because this. Yeah, it's still got to figure out how to draw bent cylinders while going with the skewed perspective, right? And boxes, super simple in that regard. Cylinders, also pretty simple. But boxes, but bent cylinders. That's where the difficulty lies. That's where the difficulty should be pursued. What the fuck is going on here? Genuinely, what am I doing here? What the fuck? First mistake? Maybe. I don't know what this one ended up being. I'm sure there's an explanation for it, but it should have been a bit higher. Like so. Whatever. That's okay. These things happen. Not to me, of course, because I'm perfect, but they do happen. And it's incredible when it does. It's like what is it? It's like a documentary, right? It's like, let's watch somebody fuck up monumentally and learn what not to do. But yeah, this is pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is like, even though there's so many mistakes, it's already starting to look pretty interesting. And again, it's forcing me to think big and broad with my brush strokes, I guess, right? And my breast strokes as well. So I think I can do something to connect these two, which should be nice. I just gotta think about perspective. And that's also gotta think about the perspective. Again, like part intuition, part fucking trying to think about it properly, right? There you go. Connects it a bit more. Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna leave it at this for the time being. And yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna keep doing this challenge. Even though he'll probably have many other challenges, I think I'm gonna keep sticking to this one until I feel as if I've really gotten it down. and then I'll move on to the next one. So that's great. I'll have a huge backlog of broken draw challenges to do as well, right? Which is perfect, because that way I can also show the extreme grind that art takes to the community, and then they'll subscribe to my channel because I'll put out the process video, and these idiots will click on it and be like, oh my god, oh, he's amazing, or they'll be like, holy shit, this guy's really fucking annoying, he keeps shilling his channel. And then that's all, I'll have the perfect scapegoat. I'd be like, actually, Tyrion mentioned multiple times that I could what the fuck, what is it, I could shill my channel, right? So I love how like my audience is still in disbelief that Broken Draw frequents my channel. I'm like, fuck you, okay? I'm God, obviously. Obviously he would have found my channel, because without me, who would he be? Nobody. Just a fucking loser with 70k subs. God damn, pathetic. Anyways, wait, let's connect this as well. Again, drawing big, as they say, shall help me. What the fuck is this gonna look like? Oof, I don't know what I've done here. Okay, so it's... gotta really think about this. There you go. And that... It's funny, actually visualizing it, not thinking too much about the perspective also is also helping quite a bit with the perspective of this. Something like that. Maybe. See, still have to think about all the perspectives that are happening. There you go. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's just close off these boxes. Right, these ones, anything that can be open will be kept open. But apart from that, I'll keep this one open, because maybe I'll be able to connect it with some. Maybe I can literally connect it with that. That's my next challenge for tomorrow. But, or not tomorrow, sorry, later today. But yeah, lots of fucking mistakes, like an inordinate amount of mistakes. But yes, let me beg for my likes and subscribes. If you too found looking at this to be equally as painful of an experience as I did for myself, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't feel that way, please also like and subscribe, right? At any point you've had a thought that existed in real time, please like and subscribe. And with that being said, as always, fuck you for watching, keep drawing, and please give me money. Thank you. Oh, I have a Patreon, and Coffee. Anyways, yes, please, what the fuck, I can't believe. I got so caught up in shilling, I got flustered by my own bullshit. Yes, but anyways, yeah, as always, fuck you for watching, keep drawing, please give me money, thank you.